Good evening. I am Caroline, your friendly neighborhood conspiracy informant.
Okay, very good. No, I ruined that take with that. Uh, but here, I'll let you take the lead, and I'll just be your willing participant that asks questions, and
That means you have to lead if you ask the
oh,
questions.
that's right.
It's part of the conspiracies is to understand what it is to ask questions and to answer questions because one of the biggest conspiracies that there is today is the sovereignty movement. And those are the people that you see out in the videos, the auditors, they're auditing police. And what is the biggest thing they always say? Now, I'm always using that word, the biggest, but they always say, I do not answer questions.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason they don't answer questions is because it's the king who asks the questions. So, thereby, a police officer asking you a question and you answering it means you have submitted and now they have jurisdiction over you.
That and you can waive the Fifth Amendment by answering any questions.
Exactly.
In fact, when you answer one question and then they start asking you more, now they're like, well, since you already answered one
Yeah.
and now it's become inconvenient,
Mm-hmm.
you have to answer everything.
Yeah. Not just that, they tell you plain flat out anything you say can
And will.
and will be used against you. It doesn't say can and possibly might be used for or against you. No, they say can and will be used against you. There is no for you. They are not on your team. And that's what's scary about it because we're in our society where police are posed to be protectors, but yet it's obvious from so many things that we've seen that police have played a position of aggressors and attackers, and you're just so confused. That's why there's so much confusion in society.
Well, actually, there is nothing in the law stating that a police officer has to protect you.
Exactly.
I learned this from there was a guy going around New York like 20 years ago stabbing people on the subway, and he finally got caught because a guy that was getting stabbed fought back.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy who's being attacked defended himself, and there's two cops on the other side of one of those little doors on the subway train
Mm-hmm.
waiting instead of jumping in and helping. And then he sued them, and it became obvious in the law, oh, well, no, in the law, they don't actually have a duty to protect you. They have a duty to document what happened to you, but help you? No, it's not anywhere in the law.
Well, look at the name of what they are.
Law enforcement.
No, officers. Office recorders. What do they do whenever anything happens? They come to make a report.
Yeah, they don't stop crime.
I mean, there's been incidents where, it has happened. There are rare occasions where they do protect people, where you can see that they are responding to a call and it's a horrific situation and they're actually helping people. And you're just like, wow, police really can do some good sometimes. But if you're looking at the entirety, the whole of what it is that's presented to us as what it's supposed to be versus what it actually is, it doesn't add up. It's imbalanced. It's not aligned. And I think that's what the biggest problem with society right now, why there's mass psychosis everywhere, is because of the imbalance and the misalignment with everyone and their belief systems and what is presented to us as what we're supposed to believe things are, but what they actually are. Just like the government. We're
Well,
supposed to believe they protect us and provide for us because what are they called? Public
public
servants.
servants, yeah. Yeah. And we watch TV, and every time you turn on, flick the channels, it's a cop show where they're saving the day,
Yes.
and they're acting morally and prudent and right. And it's not really the case.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the sovereign movement is one of the most intense movements that really needs to be understood right now at this point in time, especially with what we're going through as a society, because it's not just America, it's the entire world. Uh, People don't understand how it is possible that all governments are corporations, but yet they understand that governments do business. They understand that that's what a government is doing. It's business.
Well, don't they like expand every time a new citizen is born? They're able to like claim that we're worth X more dollars or something like that.
Exactly. That's what is considered the person turning into a corporation. That's through the birth certificate, and that is just a contract. And a lot of people don't understand how that works either, but they sign it. They
Hmm.
sign it, and they're signing away their child, and they have no idea why people have the ability to come take jurisdiction over their child when they're like, that's my child. And they're like, let me show you whose child this is.
Yeah, this is a
It's
ward of the
mine.
state.
Yeah, exactly. And so that is one of the first conspiracies that I started getting into. My story about getting into conspiracies in general started with my dad. And my dad was a U.S. Marine, and he was a sniper, and he was a motherfucking gangster. But I'm very proud of him. But he went through a lot, and he had a lot going on inside his mind. Everybody said when he left and went to the Marines, he came back and he was not the same.
Oh no, no,
He
no
was
Marine comes back the same.
they were he was not the same. He was absolutely definitively paranoid. Absolutely paranoid. Terrified, always looking around, always thinking that something meant something. His biggest thing was if you left a dime or if there was a dime somewhere, oh, you saying I dropped a dime? And be like, Dad, no, like there's a dime on the floor. I don't know how it got there, but and that's not what I was saying to you. But like it was that's just how it was. But he at the same time introduced me to conspiracies. And I feel so bad because I used to make fun of him. And I used to
Yeah,
tell him, like, Dad, have you taken your medication
but a
yet? You know?
conspiracy theorist, a proper one, is used to
Oh,
that treatment.
yeah, but once it's somebody that you love and then they
Yeah,
pass away.
yeah.
And I think that's what got me into the conspiracies, is because I realized how mean I was about it and how dismissive and disrespectful I was to him, towards him, about what he was trying to share with me. He was just trying to share with me some truths.
His level of skepticism and
Yes. His
well,
understandings.
if I think you're a nut, don't worry.
Yeah. Well, it's better to be a nut than to think you're not.
Well, yeah, no, I'm a
Because
nut.
we're all nuts.
I'm a nut. I'm a nut too. So it is a compliment. It may not seem like one, but
Yeah.
I feel that if you do not feel that the government is acting against you, you're in a fantasy world.
Yeah. Well, I think it also ties into the most recent supposed exposure of aliens. And people are not quite like all conspiracies, right? I believe all conspiracies come together as a gigantic puzzle. There's just little pieces everywhere. And if you're really able to look at what it is that the conspiracy in itself is saying, you're going to be able to find alignment and balance within yourself and see conspiracies for what they are and not be afraid of them anymore. Because once you know the truth about something, it won't make you afraid anymore. Sure, you're not here to change it. You're not going to stop the conspiracy. You're not here to try to stop evil from existing or even conquering evil. That's a bunch of BS. You know what I mean? Like, you
It
can
can't be done by
expose
one
it.
person. Yeah.
You're here to expose it. You're here to serve each other, though, is what is the utmost balanced and aligned person is somebody who knows their life purpose and they're approaching that life purpose with that intention of serving others. That's it.
I've had this conversation with this one woman who she knows of all many of the mainstream conspiracy, and I don't want to call them theories. There's a lot of proven conspiracies.
Right.
Conspiracy theorist is just a smear campaign against them. So she's aware of all of them. She's got her little daughter, and she's always worried about, oh, this world is fucked, and what's the point? It's like, no. Like, be aware, have it not even in the back of your mind, just know that it occurs, but try to live that happy life. Yes, because you know that the government is poisoning you, don't eat the poison.
Well, as much as you can.
As much as you can.
Yeah.
It's impossible to avoid plastic.
Right.
And we were sold plastic from a few big companies that just wanted to save a couple cents per unit. They knew that glass was...
Disregard for your life.
Yeah. There's some evil accountants.
You might just die.
Yeah. And I swear, I think the most evil person in the planet is an accountant. Okay, but here's the deal. It's like Coca-Cola Company.
Uh-huh.
They're like, okay, we make everything in glass.
Uh-huh.
But, I did the math. And if we put everything in plastic, which we know poisons everybody, we could save 8 cents a unit, everybody. And here's the real sinister plan to get this enacted. We'll say that we're going to recycle it. And, I mean, in the last year, it's come to light that the recycling that was promised to us is like a 100th of what they promised, but that promise is how they got plastics into every part of our lives.
Right.
Like, we have plastics. Like, if I pulled all the plastic out of my body right now, I could make a little plastic spoon.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to come back to the balance of the fact that we're in a place where suffering exists. And if you're somebody who is smart enough to believe in God, because it really comes down to that, if you're strong enough to believe in God and believe God is real and God exists, because that's the thing about the atheists, is that their whole premise is, oh my God, you guys are so dumb. You're so stupid. You believe in Sky Daddy? Oh my God. And I'm just like, excuse me? I know exactly who you are because I was once you. I turned to atheism, and that was my biggest thing when I was atheist, is how stupid God believers really are. Oh my God, I'm so much smarter than them. And then something inside, which we know now to be the Holy Spirit, kept telling me, oh, you think you're so smart, Caroline, but you didn't even read the Bible.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's true.
Well, actually, one of the most powerful lines in Alcoholics Anonymous, the book, is one of the first people, the Bill W., the person who wrote the book,
right,
had someone visit him who changed his entire life. He wasn't a drunk anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like, Bill, who are you to say that there is no God?
Yeah.
And just that one question, kind of like, I am kind of insignificant. I guess I can't just say there's no God.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And why are you always trying to convince others that what you think is what's correct? Because they come back at us like that. Well, why are you always trying to convince people? Well, we have an actual bona fide answer, because we know there is peace and love and joy that you could also have. So we want you to have that. What horrible people we are. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's pretty rough, Wait, you want me to be able to go to heaven and live an eternal life and happiness and a life like while I'm still on this planet?
I just want
grateful
you to feel like you matter. Oh my God, yeah. I'm a horrible person.
Yeah, I want you to feel loved and love everyone else. Huh?
I'm such an idiot.
That's so selfish and self-centered.
Seriously.
Yeah. I think and it's covered. It's not covered in the Bible, but it's definitely covered in Alcoholics Anonymous. In Alcoholics Anonymous, the book covers a lot of how people resent organized religion.
Right.
And usually the most prevalent ammunition used against religion, doesn't matter if it's organized or not, is all the bad things that people have used religion to
Oh,
legitimize.
they went to war.
They went to
The
war.
Christians are the most evil people because and yet if you look behind the scenes at all of that, they were not Christian. They were claiming to be Christian. Constantine claimed to have a freaking dream that God told him to murder people under the sign of the cross. Like, WTF, and you believe that? And we're the bad guys?
Yeah.
Like, you believe that that's true, but yet you didn't take the time. Oh my God, perfect timing.
I know. Well, she lives in the building, so I don't know.
She doesn't know what we're doing. We'll just take a little
Yeah.
break till she passes by.
Yeah, no.
But you know what that is? That's Satan right there. That's how it happens. I'm not even joking with you, and I'm glad this happened. Because whenever you're talking to somebody about God or you're talking about something, all of a sudden some huge noise will come in and something will try to interrupt you, and you'll just think, oh, it's just, something. But if you're somebody who's on the level of, no, I recognize what the bleak is going on, that's Satan. That is the spirit of darkness trying to interrupt the message.
And is Satan naturally evil himself, or is he the one that guards over?
Well, let's really, really dissect this and help me to stay on point because I kind of lose.
Oh, I
lose my point.
Well, this is a big one.
So this one's huge, okay? Because it connects to the government, which I think I was telling you earlier, and you can connect it back later through your splicing and all that jazz. But right now, the government is trying to claim that they are releasing that aliens are real, right? Okay, well, if you really look into the stories of the Bible, you don't even need to read the book of Enoch and all that jazz. Like, you don't need to read anything but what's presented to us by King James, who was a cross-dresser. He was actually gay, and he was doing his thing. But the reality, because he comes from Constantine and all that crepe too, you got to understand that God can use anything created for evil to do good. So what the people who are deceivers will do is they'll recognize that you're catching on, and then they'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to expose what the evil people are. And then really you don't recognize it's them. They're the ones that are evil, so they want to throw you off because you're almost catching on to what they are. So aliens cannot exist because the reality is the planet is flat. As many people don't want to see it, don't want to believe it. NASA is a liar. They're the biggest money laundering scheme in the history. Flat. It's not concave. It's not.
So when we get on, when we're on a plane.
It's called a plane because it's a plane.
But when we're in a plane and we could see the slight curve.
There's no slight curve.
There's a slight curve.
That is the windows. There's not a slight curve.
You're on a tall building. You're on top of the Empire State Building. You could see the curve.
I've never been up to the top of any empire.
The satellites that go around in geosynchronous orbit.
I mean, they could go around. They could go around in this.
Yeah, but you need all the fuel to keep them up.
There's actual pilots out there who people have asked. And they're serious. They're like, yes, it's obviously flat.
And I've seen the maps of what's proposed to be outside of the ice wall. And
there's ice walls.
Yeah, there's the ice wall. And it looks neat. I'd totally, if I could get past the ice wall, I'd totally hang out at...
Okay, let's just say it's not flat and it's round, okay?
Okay, yeah,
So no matter what...
I'm comfortable with that lie.
Let's say it's a round planet that's spinning somehow. Let's say if that's true.
It spins.
But the reality is the government is trying to say that aliens are real.
All right.
But if you're looking at the stories of what is presented to us as knowledge that we can seek and actually find, because there's a lot of knowledge that is hidden, but you can't rely on trying to find hidden knowledge. You have to rely on the actual knowledge that matters to have, which is that God is real, Jesus is real. That has to be your foundation. because that's the only knowledge that matters to have. Once you have that, then you can go into all these other conspiracies and possibilities and look at it and see what it might possibly be saying. So aliens are not from other planets outside. They are real, yes. There are other dimension beings, otherworldly beings
Yeah,
that are here.
the interdimensional beings that are,
Yes.
and heck, I mean, there could be one in the room right now with us, but because they're like in a different phase, we don't interact with them.
We're talking about, I'm talking about the reality of aliens that are possibly running the government. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So aliens are real,
well,
but aliens are not from other planets. There's only one other place other than here, other than and I believe the space of hell and heaven are somehow in that other dimension together in some manner, because it speaks in the Bible of that. There's scripture where it talks about a man who went to hell and he was yelling to somebody in heaven, like, hey, can you please help me? And they're like, I'm so sorry, you're already there, it's done for you. And he's like, okay, can you please just go tell my loved ones to stop doing their dumb ass shit so they don't end up here? And they're like, okay, but if we go tell them to stop doing dumbass shit, do you really think that they're going to listen to us? Did you listen to us when we told you to stop doing dumbass shit? No, you didn't. So why would they listen to us?
bonk.
So anyways, aliens are actually fallen angels. Fallen angels is a real thing. So if you think about what it is that is being said in that whole, lore of what are fallen angels, what is the story of Satan, that's where we were coming from. Satan,
Yeah.
you were asking about
Yeah,
what is Satan.
is the premise of the question is Satan intrinsically, automatically, completely evil?
Yes.
Is he the little definition of evil?
The epitome, right? So
Okay.
if you think about what is evil in its purest form. So the lore is, which is the story, is that God created angels to love and protect his children, which is us.
Okay.
Those
I'm on board.
angels hated us because they seen how fucking stupid we are sometimes.
Yeah, we're dumbasses, and
And
there was a
they-
little bit of jealousy that God
Absolute
created
jealous.
them
Absolutely.
to watch
He's
us
like, why do you love them so much?
because
Why
they're fucked
can't-
up, man.
Why can't you love us like that? So what did they do? They went against their life purpose. Their life purpose was to love and protect humans. So they went against that, right? And then what did they do? They get tossed down to earth with the humans. And what did the fucking smart-ass humans start doing? They started worshiping them.
Oh yeah.
The whole reason that they got ejected from their position as angels was because they hate us. And that's what the government and all of the folk are trying to do. They want to show us how stupid we are and how much we don't deserve to be loved by God because they hate us.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna work.
Well, it's been a good show. I told you everything that matters now.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah. That's pretty much
Because-
the balance of everything.
Yeah, because God's love is eternal and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
But
though
angels
we're his knuckleheads.
angels hate the fact that we get chance after chance to be restored to him, and they don't. They had one chance, and that's it.
Well, aren't there a couple of good angels? Isn't there
There's a bunch of good angels.
Gabriel.
Only a third of them got tossed down.
Yeah. There's Gabriel, who's a cool dude. There's one that if you say his name, I think of a sword he carries.
Michael, that's Michael.
Yeah, he's got the sword, yeah.
assigned to protect Jesus, the
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
He's like the main angel of them all.
Yeah, he's got the guns and the swords.
It's a
and
powerful name, Michael.
Yeah. He's got the good shit.
Yeah.
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 Is there a Mitch or no?
The angel Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Good old Mitchell.
Good old
with
Angel
his
Mitch.
halo on.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are there any angels that haven't?
Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Okay, sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but before
I
I
was going
lose
on a
it,
tangent.
I
don't
know.
worry.
Before I lose it, let me tell you. Okay, so you know how Jesus. Now I hope I could be able to connect this without losing it. Jesus was tempted in the wilderness by Satan, and Satan offered Jesus all the kingdoms of the world. Therefore, by admitting that he owned all the kingdoms of the world, Jesus said, "Nay, nay, no tanks. Take your bullshit and go." And then he left, right? He survived that. Now, every single kingdom since then was offered to them in the same manner, and they said,
Yeah, I'll take it.
"Yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's it. That's the story of everything." Every single kingdom since Jesus said yes to Satan. Now, think about the movies King Arthur, right? When you watch any movies about a king and they're crowning a king, they hold it up. They hold the crown up and then they pull it down to the head. Now envision a halo. It's always hovering over the head. So why would they pull down the crown? Because it's a symbology of falling.
Well, it won't float. The crown won't
Angels-
float. They're made out of gold and
Angels
jewels.
have a floating halo,
Okay.
and the false kingdoms of this world wear crowns because they are fallen. And that's something a lot of people have no idea about. They never noticed it. Nobody's ever said it before. It's just something the Lord showed to me. And I try to tell people, but most people don't care.
So wait, when the U.S. government collapses in Armageddon, like whatever form of apocalypse happens, when I become the emperor, no crowns. I'm just gonna do like a pin, like
So you reverted to mockery, Stephen.
no.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not gonna. So I'm planning for the future. I'm planning for the future. So a pin, not a crown. I'm serious. Obviously, I'm unlikely.
If you really truly believe in God, you'll believe that Jesus is the King.
Well, yeah,
You believe in the kingdom of God,
But
the
I'm not gonna-
kingdom of heaven.
and when I'm the leader of the new republic or whatever, I won't come up with any fake dreams that I was told by God to do. Because, man, that's common. You read into history, and it's like, yeah, God told me to do this thing. Now everyone give me 10%.
Yes. God brought me this book, and I started a religion called Mormonism.
They're really nice people.
Yes, they are. There's
Really
a lot
nice.
of nice people in hell. Trust that.
Oh.
Nice, very nice people.
Have you ever read the book Pilgrim's Progress?
No.
It ties in well with the whole heaven and hell thing, where the pilgrim, he wants to, be a better Christian and all that, and he's walking on the path, and he keeps bumping into people who are, going to go to hell, and at one point he bumps into someone who's really nice, that done a lot of the good things that Jesus says, but doesn't believe in Jesus.
Right.
And yeah, he doesn't get into the pearly gates. It's a great book. You should Pilgrim's Progress. It's an easy read. It's only about like 150 pages. It's pretty famous.
It
Yeah,
sounds
you might have heard
interesting.
about
And if
it.
it's old, I will love it.
Yeah, Pilgrim's Progress.
I love supremely old books, like anything 1850 something, anything.
It's around that age, yeah.
That's my stuff. It's crazy.
But yes, there's a point where, and the one that stuck with me is, like, the pilgrim himself believes in Jesus. Nowhere in the book or anywhere does it say that we need to show up at 9 a.m. to go to church and be lectured by somebody. It's more or less just believe in Jesus, do what he says.
Yeah.
And you're good.
Absolutely.
You don't not have to say I am a Catholic or I am a Methodist. It's
Right.
I believe in Jesus.
Well, the reality is religion in itself, just the word itself, religion, just means practice. So if your practice is that you understand that you are the church and you can congregate with people outside of a specific building by getting together with people to talk to them, you can either talk to them about God and they're believers or not believers. But congregating just means getting together with people
Hmm.
and possibly that they are fellow believers. But in the reality of what Jesus taught, he wanted us to get together and help people to understand the world so that they can survive this place without feeling afraid and without suffering so greatly. And I think that that's why conspiracies are important more than anything, because from what I understand about conspiracies, if you're able to provide somebody with a better understanding of what this world is and why it is the way it is, then you're going to be able to take away a lot of their fear. And if you could take away somebody's fear, that opens up their ability to be more aligned and balanced internally, to see evil and avoid it, to see predators and avoid them.
I'm in one of the college classes I'm in called The American Dream. It's the teacher is an atheist, and
They usually are.
I know, and he is so anti. It's weird. It feels like he's totally super, like, I'm a leftist, Democrat all the way. I hate Republicans. He's
Well, that's
literally
a
said
religion of itself.
it is.
Politics.
Yeah, and he's hates Republicans, loves Democrats, and it's weird because it's like, okay, this guy understands that they use fear. Most of the class is about how we've been coerced through fear to consent.
Yes.
Forced fear,
Yeah.
Coercion to consent.
Yeah.
And he's just missing one part of it.
Why do you need consent? You have to ask yourself that. And coming back to the claim that a vampire can't come into your house unless you invite them, right?
Yes.
Put those two together.
Well, the thing that I always think about, and it's something that changed everyone's life, and was COVID. 2 weeks to lower the curve. Be scared, be scared, be scared. And then we all agreed to not go to work. We all agreed to that. We were made to be fearful. Then we agreed so we were fear, coercion, that bell curve that they kept showing us, and then we all agreed to just stay home.
I didn't stay home.
No.
With all that noise.
Well, I could. Well, actually, I couldn't. I didn't have work. I tried to go out, but
I couldn't work though. Of course.
Yeah, and same here, hospitality business, and I wanted to go play tennis. They put locks on.
Yeah.
The first thing they did, I was actually at the healthiest I'd ever been at that point in my life. I was getting regular sun.
A lot of people.
I was playing tennis 2 to 3 times a week. I was playing basketball. I was outside in the parks at least twice a week having a good old time.
Yeah.
And then they shut everything down, and they took away all of our lives. And
well, no, we submitted our lives.
I
didn't, but other people did, and they submitted their lives, and there was things that were taken away for us to access. But most of the things that happened were a form of submission.
And then the true believers in the lie become the enforcers of the lie.
Informers.
Yeah. So when churches were finally allowed open, people who hated church would show up with clipboards and go, "Oh, I saw 2 people standing within 6 feet of each other." So people that hated church used their now newfound power as an enforcer of this new ideal to inform upon something they don't like. So they became, and they were the true believers. They got a gold star, a little gold star sticker.
Yeah, they got cookies.
Yeah, to perpetuate the lie.
Yeah.
So they let their hatred
Yep.
and lashed out against their fellow man, acting just as unknowing agents of the liars in charge.
Yeah, and it all comes down to, if you don't believe like us, if you do not participate like us, we hate you and we will try to harm you in some manner. And that's how you know the difference between a religion that is based on love, which is God, the spirit of love, or a religion, because religion just means practice, based on harming people, trying to make them cover themselves up. If you are so overwhelmed with lust that you cannot handle looking at me have my hair out because that makes you lust for me, that sounds like a motherfucking you problem, not me. Cover your motherfucking eyes.
Who are you calling out with that one?
I'm
I mean,
just
because your
saying.
hair looks pretty good to
I'm
me.
just-
I'm having to hold
I'm
myself
just
back. I'm zip tied to
saying.
this chair right now just because your hair looks so good.
Shut it down. You know what I'm saying, but
Oh, I do.
in reality, I have a loved one who has those beliefs. So I would never say it to them like that. But in reality,
What would you if he was also zip tied to his chair?
what do you mean?
You know, because I'm zip tied to my chair, and I'm like, you know, and you're able to talk to me like that. I'm kidding. I'm free.
I'm free.
I'm free.
She didn't really tie me up.
She didn't really tie me up. Sorry, everybody. Not that kind of video.
Oh my goodness.
So
Focus, Steven.
yes,
Stay focused.
yes, ma'am. So my own beliefs should not change who you are, how you have to behave. Is that your premise?
Exactly. They'll tell you, they'll identify to you what it is you're actually practicing. If my beliefs have me believing that I need to change you versus me just trying to help you or tell you about something that could be good for you, that I know for a fact could be good for you, so I'll tell you about it or I'll try to show you in some manner, but versus you have to do this or else that, or else I'm going to try to hurt you. You better be wearing a mask. You better be wearing
Oh God.
a covering. You better be doing this. Or there's too much of people not understanding what their actions actually are saying about them. And it all stems from mass confusion and psychosis.
Actually, you somehow reminded me of, yes, Christianity gets a bad rap for some of the methods it used to replace paganism. But one of the
But
more...
Christianity didn't do that. The people who killed the actual followers of Christ did that. They took over.
Yeah.
And then they pretended to be representing Jesus and they killed people.
But one of the ways that, like, the Nordic area
Yeah.
was converted to Christianity wasn't through trickery and whatnot, or telling them they need to become followers of Christ. It was actually through missionary work.
Right.
Like the good of Jesus, of like,
Right.
hey folks, we have food. Here's some food. While you're eating it, I'm going to tell you about Jesus. All right, see you later.
And if you don't believe, we're going to take your children from you.
Okay, that was the other group.
That's what they did to
That
the
was-
Native Americans.
That was
And
that also occurs.
the people of the Australian natives,
The Aboriginals.
Aboriginals, man, I've seen some things they did to those people that would just tear your soul apart.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, Canada. Basically, if you were a British, a British country, you know, one of the subject countries,
right.
and you had Aboriginals or Native Americans or people who already lived there, they had some fucked up treatment, and it wasn't just Christianity stuff. It was also if you were left-handed.
Right.
You know, if you just being left-handed was bad.
Yeah.
Not believing in Jesus, didn't want to learn the new language. If you were the last elder in your tribe that knew your language and all the stories by heart, that wasn't a good thing.
Right.
So that's how the Romans got rid of they just killed all of the what's in the comments? Tell me. It'll come to me later. But there was the Gaelic religion, the whatever they were called. They remembered who they were called. But basically, it was a spoken word religion, nothing written down. You had your clerics. The Caesar himself figured out, oh shoot, if we just kill all their clerics, they'll be unjoined and disunified, and
Yeah. Because think about it.
it works.
Caesar in himself was royalty, and Satan already owned all of the kingdoms before Jesus said no. Satan always owned all of the kingdoms because that was what they were thrown down for.
Caesar predates Jesus
Yeah.
by about like
That's
50 years.
That's why I'm saying Satan already owned all those kingdoms that Jesus said no to. So Jesus saying no to the kingdoms should have told everybody, anybody in kingdoms or claiming to be representatives of those kind of kingdoms it should have been obvious that they're not trying to help you or provide you with any kind of peace of mind or good things or finding joy in a horrific place such as this. But yeah, that's not, it wasn't allotted to people at that time for some strange reason. It's something that will start coming into people's minds now.
So what you're saying is that when the government comes in saying that they love Jesus and they're acting on his behalf, I should be somewhat skeptical?
Well, if you understand that the government is a secret monarchy, you looked into history and you recognized that in World War I, when they said they won their independence, they didn't.
No.
They didn't. Because all of the structures of today's American and all the governments around the world, they're all structured the same way. And it's the British monarchy structure that they use. They use judges with black robes. They use police carrying weapons to enforce fear. If you don't do what we say, we're going to motherfucking kill you or put you in prison where you could motherfucking die.
Disappeared.
P.S. I love Jesus and yet I cuss. How is that? How is that possible? Well, let me make it clear.
We're not perfect.
It's not.
We're not perfect.
I'll come back to that one too. But the reality is that there are curse words. There are words that people use to try to hurt somebody else. That's a curse word. And then there's cuss words that are just for spicy effect. And that's what I use. I use spicy effect words. I could cuss. I'm like motherfucking crazy ass over here. You know what I mean? But if I'm trying to tell somebody, you're a fucking B, you're blah, 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 you know what I mean? I'm trying to tear somebody down. That's curse words.
Oh, okay. So if it's directed at a person, that's a curse word.
Yes.
But if it's a sentence enhancer,
it's spicy words for effect.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they covered that pretty well in SpongeBob with that one episode. They found a bunch of words on the dumpster and they were sentence enhancers.
I don't watch SpongeBob. You know why? Because it has some really dark stuff that I will not engage. I will not let my children watch that.
It's fun.
Stay away. Oh, it's fun.
It's fun.
Ew. Okay.
Don't ruin my childhood, even though I was
will
already
destroy your childhood.
Even though I was already kind of an adult when SpongeBob came out. I was at least 15. Shit,
SpongeBob just like lies, just like vampires and all that. Any liar, any actual professional liar, such as close to Satan, knows that if you're going to try to get somebody to believe you in order to get them into your trap, you have to also include the truth. You can only put lies a little bit,
but
or else they're going to notice too soon.
I forgive SpongeBob.
It wasn't SpongeBob, it's SpongeBob's creators.
Steven Hillenburg.
Yeah, like those
he
guys
just liked fish.
Obviously don't love Jesus.
Oh, he might have.
I don't think so. Because it's very clear in the Bible. Somebody who comes in Jesus' name, will not deny to be coming in Jesus' name. I come in Jesus' name. I'm making this in Jesus' name. Blah blah blah. You're not going to be in denial of, and those folks do not at all
Well, yeah.
profess the
I mean,
Lord.
they're not on Christian Broadcast Channel, which is also just,
And half the Christian broadcast
I
channel
know,
is doing
they're,
dirty, just like the Catholic Church doing dirty
yeah.
to
If
children.
you give me $10,000 today, you'll make $1,000,000. So they're using people's greed uh,
Yeah,
against
they used to
them.
take my grandma's money.
Oh, yeah. And once she gave them 1 penny.
But at the same time, these are believers who are not taking the time to really go out there and actually help somebody.
Oh,
So
no.
they're taking the easy route of helping somebody so that they could feel better about, oh, well, I did help people. I sent them money to the Christian TBN.
Oh, yeah. We kind of have that experience, or at least, no, I can't say we. I've seen that in AA where someone brings money because there's something called the seventh tradition.
Right.
The basket goes around, and that's how they pay the rent. And there are people who try to, in theory, buy their sobriety by putting a $50 bill in the basket. And as somebody who knows the treasurer of a couple meetings, he's okay with it. But at the same time, I know that $50 that person put in the basket,
they're trying to pay for it.
they're trying, and you know what? They struggle. Actually, they struggle the most, the ones that have the $50 of discretionary money to throw around.
Right.
Because it's easier to get sober and all that if you are living under a bridge than if you are full of comfort.
So how backwards is that mind frame to you, though?
No, it makes sense.
Do you want me to tell you another conspiracy that's very...
Ooh, yeah, do it.
Are you sure you're prepared for
Yeah,
it? Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
know how much you love AA.
I have no affiliations with AA. Anonymity is one of the tenets of it. So
I'm just here talking to you as a man.
I know.
You're my
Well,
friend. I'm going to tell you the
but,
truth. I'm a brother in
we
Christ.
have-
I don't have male friends. I
we have to.
brothers. And
We
that's it.
have to. Well, no. One of the traditions of AA is to maintain their anonymity through press, radio, and films,
But
and this would classify.
okay,
So I am not in any way, shape, or form dealing with them. I just know of them.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to reveal to you something,
All right.
and it's going to be hard to hear. And I don't expect you to be in agreement with you. With me. I just
All
want
right. I'm
to
going to
tell
go into
you.
gorilla mode if I don't like it.
I know. Please stay calm. Like everybody else who hears conspiracies and gets quite offended. So AA is backwards, and it is not actually good for people because, number one, it tells you that you can come in there and claim to believe in any higher power. It is not structured to only be after God and Jesus.
You pick
Period.
your own. You pick your own God.
Yes, so that's number one. The
You
second
can,
reason.
You can literally decide that the sun and the moon are your higher power.
Literally. So the second reason is that when you're constantly reinforcing to yourself that you are something, you're enslaving yourself to that and you're identifying as a slave to that thing. So if you're always coming in and you're always like, I am an alcoholic, my name is this, and I know about AA. My mom was in AA for a long time. That's how I learned what the practices are and why it's backwards and why it will never actually work for people, because most people do end up going back to alcohol or whatever they were addicted to.
It's about 2% success rate.
Yeah, because most people who get into this program are trying to program their minds to stop being enslaved to a substance that they felt was bringing them some sort of a relief of comfort or of freedom.
They crave a different master.
Yes, and if you're
and if
not
alcohol and drugs are your master, you select your God. My own higher power is the Jeffersonian expression of God, where organized religions are silly. Will say nowhere in the Bible does it say you need to get together every 9 a.m. on Sundays and go into a big building and put $2 in the basket every time it goes around and
This is
listen to
true.
somebody lecture you.
This is true.
Stop and smell the roses, and every once in a while, just like observe the planet, your surroundings, and you will see God. You will see that He loves you and cares about you, and you don't need to go do all those silly things. Now, if you choose to, there's nothing wrong with that. But like just stop and smell the roses. Basically, stop and smell the roses type of version of loving God and knowing God loves you.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot more complicated than that because the lies and deception in this world are so complicated and deeply embedded into everybody's lives and their minds.
Well, that's why I prefer my version because it has nothing to do with all the bullshit that it's literally I see a bird doing something neat and the math involved of just like that coincidence or like a coincidence happening. It's like, okay, yeah, God's there, neat. All right, I'm gonna go back to what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
yeah.
it's,
But I'm trying to come at it more from the understanding that everything enabled for your ability to be aligned and balanced internally has to do with your identity and what you identify with. And if you're identifying as something that you used to use in order to try to alleviate yourself from pain, which usually was caused in childhood, and you want to be drunk so you don't think, or you want to be drunk because you think that that's how you're only able to have fun if you're drunk, or you want to be drunk because in reality, and this happens a lot, you're actually gay, and when you're drunk you go mess around with men and then you pretend that you forgot, like, or women. It happens a lot to a lot of people
really
where they use alcohol as a way to cover up their actual
what they want to do.
sin.
Yeah, yeah.
Which we should also talk about. What is sin? What is sin if we're going to understand that Jesus is considered a conspiracy? The revelation of Jesus in itself is a conspiracy. So sin just means abuse. Sin means abuse, and either you're abusing yourself or you're abusing others. That's what sin is. And sin is like dust and dirt in the wind. And if you're constantly sinning, you're constantly not going to be able to see correctly. If you're constantly listening to filthy shit in your ears, you're not going to be able to hear God correctly. And if you're constantly, your actions are of sin to harm yourself or to do things in a selfish manner, which is to harm others, you're not going to be able to seek and live a life of purpose, of service, because that's what the ultimate alignment of life purpose is, for service to others. So when you start to understand that sin is in itself what is blinding people from being able to see the truth and be able to put together the puzzle pieces of what's happening, you won't be so surprised or angry that they participated in the pre-planned fake pandemic. And a lot of people get angry when you call it a fake pandemic because they're
They
like,
still do.
people died. And it's like, okay, well, you have to take into account that people have been dying from flu for a very long time.
There was no flu that next year.
As
Yeah, there were just the flu
everybody
didn't
was
exist.
cleaning their hands.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was. Oh yeah.
But
They believed the lie, and
the reality is pandemics are a real thing, but this was not one. This was a pre-planned, staged event where, yes, people died, and they died because there was people and nurses admitted to the fact that they were told to freaking kill people. And then when people died from a car accident or whatever, oh, it was COVID.
well,
Because
yeah.
it was about getting money. It was about the numbers.
Inside the CARE Act. So if someone died at the hospital for the flu, it was like this, the hospital got like $2, $3, $5 grand. But if they died of COVID,
Right.
They get like 50 to 100 grand.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What is your accountant gonna tell you to write down?
Oh yeah, back to why you think accountants are evil.
Accountants are sometimes
The
the most
ultimate evil, right? Isn't it?
and maybe they either enable the ultimate evil, or they are the evil.
Because
It's usually sourced around money.
right.
So the accountant plays around with some numbers. And yes, there's always the example of United Airlines or American Airlines. Like, if we remove one olive from this salad, we'll save $200,000 in the first month. And you know what? That right there isn't completely evil.
Well,
You know that. I mean, yeah, you're shorting people in olive, whatever. Now take that and you go, hey, if we put this crazy weird food additive in here instead of actual like cornstarch or flour, something that's not deadly, if we put this carcinogen in there, we'll be able to save 10 cents for every 1,000 units. Why are you even playing around with that fucking math? Like, hey, if we poisoned everybody, how much money would we save? That's an evil thought. And then the top people go, how much money would we save? Right. And then they make the executive decision of, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Our shareholders, we're going to do this on behalf of the shareholders. We're going to put carcinogens in the food. So accountants have some role in some of the evil in the conspiracies of poisoning the American people, which most people will acknowledge that we are being poisoned on a daily basis.
Right. Well, it's bleached flour.
Bleached flour, high fructose corn syrup, the weird stuff they're doing to our meat with injecting it so that it grows faster.
Putting humans in there?
Maybe. That sounds expensive, actually. It's the hormones they inject into them, and they all say, oh no, that doesn't transfer to you. It fucking does. There's a reason that we got 11-year-old girls in America that have big fucking jugs, and they do not have huge tits where they do not do these things. I know that's awkward for me to talk about young girls and their parts, but it's absolutely true. You go to other countries and you just stare at all the young girls.
Is that what you do?
No.
I'm going to pray for you.
Yeah,
okay?
please do. Because that's actually why I travel. No. But it's a commonly observed thing around the world where the countries that have allowed these hormones to be put in our food, it passes down. It doesn't just like the moment you kill the animal and you process it that the hormones go away. Yeah. They're in the food. And this stuff it's in us and we don't understand it completely. Right. It's just somebody understands it, makes the money, and then boom, it's in there.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes it evil. I think that's what the core of what you're saying is accountants being evil is because their most concern is for self, which is a sin because it disregards everybody else, which is opposite of serving other people.
Yes.
But
the money.
I don't think you should take it as across the board.
Oh no, it's not all accountants. There's just a couple of accountants.
Business in general, is not evil.
No, it isn't. Because actually, it's weird. The more people I help with this business, the more money I'll have, and my goal is to help people. Yeah. Grow their business, however they may. Now, I could do evil things, and I haven't thought of any. I'm not a creative person when it comes to evil stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Nah. Sometimes I'm a little upset about it because I'd be way better off.
Well, in the world sense, that means you would be enslaved to the world and the kingdoms of this world who focus on getting for themselves, which is the fallen angels who are like, yeah, you guys are so fucking dumb. Keep going.
Keep going.
How much worse can you do to yourself? Show us.
Buy a third house and make it so that nobody could buy a house. Everyone can rent and pay everyone else's mortgages off. Yeah. I don't want to do that. I'd much rather have buy a fourplex and have 3 people paying the rent, and then just cover the mortgage so that they're all getting a good deal, and I'm making, keeping.
Which in itself comes down to a really great conspiracy about how, if you really start asking questions like who owns the land, why do they claim that they own the land, and it all comes down to it being the Pope. He claims that he owns all the land. So that in
On Earth?
itself, yeah,
The Pope owns all the.
that's what he claims.
He's the real estate mogul.
He's the root
So
of all evil.
if I were to be paying property taxes, it'd be going to him.
It's funneled through a whole bunch of his minions, but sure.
So the Catholic Church is the top dog.
Vatican.
See-
Which is an admission that they are, if they claim to be the owners of the land, that's the same thing as Satan being the one that claimed he owns the kingdoms. So that's their admission of who they work for.
See that touches on my grand conspiracy theory that and I'd forgotten about the Catholic Church playing a role in there, because they're good about kind of like being quiet in a way
Course,
lately. But so I feel that there's like 5 to 10 different oligarch / giant organizations like the Catholic Church and the Israel Lobby and a few other groups. There's some oligarchs in Russia that have been around for so long. And then the new player in town is China and Saudi Arabia, who's a little less new, but you got your Saudi princes, you got your Chinese oligarchs that they're coming in all this money, and they got 1 billion subjects. So the fact that they're vying against each other is the only reason that we don't have microchips in the back of our brain. Because if any one of them took over completely, we're screwed. We're fucked. So I'm grateful, that there are these groups vying for power. And yeah, we get screwed over. We're always going to get screwed over as the plebs. But I need all those players. I need them fighting against each other at all times, just to keep me out. I just want to be kept out of it.
Yeah.
And I'll never be one of those players. And I don't have the heart for it. I'm not as evil as they are.
Well, you don't have one of the biggest requirements to get into that game is to not have a heart.
Yeah, I would.
That's why they do their rituals.
Oh yeah, of like removing the heart of virgins and eating them and all
No.
whatever people make up.
Well, that too, but what they're doing is they're trying to silence their conscience so that they feel no guilt.
That's what they do that in the forest in Michigan, I think.
Yeah,
that's one of them.
The whole process is to be free from God within. They, are enslaved to that, and just like the Egyptian kings and stuff. Did you ever notice that they all died at very young ages? And they were worshiping what we understand is fallen angels, but to them they were gods.
That's the premise of Stargate.
Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah.
That's what's interesting, I think.
I know it all
All
ties
those
together.
shows.
Like all the stories that we that they tell on the TV shows. And that's why I do enjoy watching some of those shows, is because it's like they're written by people.
Trek.
Yeah, they're written by people who've actually read like this old stuff, and they're like, well, I can't just have a full blown conspiracy. But if we make it playful, and yes, the ancient Egyptians had all the different gods, and heck, they even had their own. The aliens from the Nordic, Odin was a gray alien, while the Egyptians had the energy aliens or whatever. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is, have you ever read the Bible?
Yeah. I listen to it.
Like
the audio.
that's. Not
I haven't.
the Bible.
I
Okay.
have.
Have you ever studied the Bible?
No.
Okay.
I have it
would
read to me.
suggest-
I have it read to me via YouTube while I'm on long drives,
That
because
doesn't
it's a
allow you
refresher.
to really think about and dissect. I think that
Okay, but
you have to become.
if you want me to fall asleep real quick, you will tell me to read this 8,000 page book. I'll get 2 pages in,
I'm going to tell you this. Look,
and then it's time to pass out.
look. If you really feel called to try to figure things out, what's going on in the world, why things are the way they are, and for some reason you feel that you need to understand your place in the world, you will probably be led to reading the Bible.
Oh.
Now, when you get to
See,
reading
I've
and
gotten-
studying,
I've
the
gotten
Bible-
just past the part where everyone begats everybody else.
yeah, that was one of the parts that I skipped.
Yeah.
That's in the
Well, that's
beginning.
the Old
called
Testament.
Numbers.
Yeah.
But
The first part,
it's funny, but
Yeah.
you know,
Jimmy begat Johnny, and Johnny begat blah, and blah,
But
blah, blah, blah,
why-
blah, blah, blah.
you
Oh
gotta
my God.
ask yourself, why are they so concerned about keeping records of the bloodline? And that is because that's what they worshipped, the bloodline. They believed themselves to be superior because of their bloodline. That's why they got so angry when Jesus said, "Nah, my ninja,
Everybody's
is
cool.
loved.
Everyone
Everybody is loved." And they were like, "But we kept
We're the
specific
We're the chosen
records
people.
of our bloodline so that we can be special." And what do you mean everybody's special too?
Yeah. If everybody's special, then no one's special.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is when you read, because it's important to read it and study it, it's interesting to see that God taught Moses how to do magic.
Yeah, with that stick.
He taught him how to do magic because the Egyptians were doing magic.
Yeah.
So magic was taught to them by somebody who taught them how to do magic.
So the fallen angels taught them
Exactly.
and then God's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I got better magic, and
He was like, not better magic. He's like,
I'm the one that
my
made the
man,
magic."
I'm the one that created magic.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be afraid.
And then he killed the firstborn son of every. Well, no, that was actually
Well, 'cause-
that was Pharaoh's.
I mean, how many
that was Pharaoh's words against him.
how many chances do you need to give to somebody to motherfucking listen?
8.
It was all
'Cause there
it
was 7.
pretty much like 8 times that he said,
Well, it was 7
"Motherfucking
things.
let my people go, bitch, or
Well-
I'ma fuck you up. I'ma fuck your shit up."
There was turning the Nile into blood. There was the frogs and the grasshopper equivalent, the worst ones. And then there was hail to fire, so it lands on the ground and then turns into fire. There was another one. There was 7 of them.
There was a whole bunch.
Yeah, the last one was the angel of death going around and killing the firstborn son, unless you painted goat blood over your door, which
You wouldn't have known about unless you were a
in the
part
club, yeah,
of
yeah,
the Moses crew.
yeah.
So,
Everyone else, which is kind of not cool.
why is it not cool?
Like, hey, we're gonna keep this little thing for us. That everyone else's
That was
son.
during a time when the people who were so smart that they started worshiping fallen angels who the whole fall
they
was
had-
because they hated people.
They had magic. Like, it's pretty impressive. We're dumb. We're easily impressed.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to show us.
Someone shows up with a gold chain and a nice car. We're impressed nowadays.
Who's we? Speak for yourself, sir.
Oh, I'm not impressed. Like waving money and a gold chain. You just look stupid.
I'm impressed by a man who like believes in God the way that I do, because it's extremely rare,
Oh yeah, they don't.
very rare,
There's like 50.
so rare.
It's like 50 of them.
At this point,
And they're
I'm probably-
already married by the time they're like 20.
Exactly.
They're like 22. They already have 2 kids. So, yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm better off finding somebody who's Amish. Like,
Yeah, but you don't speak Dutch, and they're inclusive in the Dutch community.
I don't know if they really believe in God. Okay, then they're not going to think in the manner of, oh, I can only be with you if it's based on these perimeters that happen to align with what the world says
Yeah.
I should be concerned with. They're going to actually believe that God would want them to be with somebody regardless of anything that might be considered flesh or carnal.
Here's the thing, though.
Do tell.
They get some sweet tax breaks and benefits. As in, and it's not in the form of like free money. It's the government stays out of their fucking lives.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's why they don't let
Yeah.
English in.
Yes.
Like,
but I think that's the solution to everything, all the problems we have right now. Is that if people were able to create their own communities structured like the Amish, we wouldn't have to give a shiz what these pretend monarchies do. Let them do their worship. Let them do their worst to each other. Where we can expose them to each other so that we could try to help each other get on out. But if people don't want to listen, what are you going to do?
yeah.
There's nothing
Well-
it's just like with God. They don't want to listen.
And the Amish are ahead of the game with a lot of things, in the sense that they don't play the game.
Exactly.
When COVID happened,
Exactly.
they have a ceremony with with pandemics, and whenever like a flu was going around,
Right.
everyone gets together
Yeah, and they
And
pray
then-
for us.
and they pray for us.
Yeah.
They're good like that. They're
Yes,
they're
they
good people.
are.
And then they all drink from the same cup. Their mentality is, let's get this over with. Let's
Right.
just deal with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna lose Aunt
They understand.
something.
They
You
understand.
know,
bacteria.
it sucks. Sorry, Auntie, but you know, like, let's just get through this and go back to our regular lives. Let's conquer this. Let's like steering a ship directly into the wave instead of trying to fight it. And then you know, they also are like believers in like unpasteurized milk and a few other things. And here's the thing: is that over the last couple months, if you've scrolled around on Instagram or whatever, you'll see, oh, raw milk might have benefits. Raw milk might not be horrible.
Yeah.
Pasteurized might not be so
The
good.
truth is coming out. It's called the apocalypse.
And, well, what's funny is that the moment one child died because her mom, like, fed her the raw milk, the PSYOP people
Right.
made sure that it was in front of everybody's eyes.
Just
So-
like measles. Oh, it's because you guys don't vaccinate all the children.
Yeah. So like a slow trickle of information on raw milk and it's just kind of organically spreading through the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then one little child, and you're not supposed to feed kids honey, you know, because their immune systems can't handle it. And then you're not supposed to feed anybody under 10 years old raw milk either, because it's like their system might not be able to handle it.
Right.
Well, one little kid dies, and boom, it's spread everywhere in social
They were
media.
like, see, we told you.
See, we told you. We told you. How dare you not believe us the moment that we told you this? And I feel that, remember that video of the turtle getting the straw pulled out of its nose?
No.
Okay, but about 10 years ago, not even, there was a moment where California was all about single-use straws, the plastic straws, and on
Now you
everybody's
get to
feed.
drink your drinks with something that gets into your drinks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The straw is made out of
Paper.
white paper that's been processed 1,000,000 times, and it stays in
With
your
a
body
plastic
for
coating on it.
with a plastic and wax coating. Well, the wax is okay, but the
Wax,
plastic
yeah,
coating.
yeah, wax.
But so like you're basically being poisoned by this straw now
Yeah.
with forever chemicals. But whatever. That one turtle, and that they purposely put it. If you opened up Facebook that week, you saw that video.
Well, it's just like the plastic bags. Oh, we're going to have to start fucking ganking you and charging you for plastic bags because there's an island the size of Texas in the ocean.
Mhm.
And it's your fault.
Yeah.
You consumers, it's all your fault. It's also the same reason we have to start charging you guys to get for the cars, the emissions,
Oh yeah.
the smog check.
The
We have to
smog.
start charging you for the smog check because all of the problems with Mother Earth are because you drivers.
But if one volcano goes off in Russia, it outdoes all of the emissions that we've ever done since the industrial age in 2 hours, and it goes off for 6 weeks in a row. But no. Ignore that.
That's
It's
okay.
you.
Yeah.
It's you, the consumer.
Oh.
You better pay 12 cents for something per unit that you
10
consume.
cents for
It's
plastic bags. Now
10 or
they
20.
took the
now they
plastic
took the
bags
plastic
away,
away.
which makes better sense to offer paper bags. But
Those suck. And I've always been a paper bag
good
guy.
luck freaking carrying your groceries into the house without them all falling everywhere.
I know, and I've actually always been a paper bag guy.
Yeah.
I prefer the paper bag. For my size trash bag, a trash can in my kitchen,
Yeah.
that's what I use.
Just buy yourself some shopping bags. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I have shopping bags from Ross. Like, they're Ross bags, but I use them for my groceries because they're strong and they have handles.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
No, I just, I get the 15 to 20 cent. Now it's 15 to 20 cents.
They
For
charge $1 per bag.
Oh, for the legit
The real bags.
reusable ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one, two from Buc-ee's. I bought them for like $3, and they're worth it. And everyone's like, Buc-ee's. They love.
I don't know who that is.
It's a gas station.
Oh, okay.
It's a really cute gas station. So you've not, yeah,
I've
you're,
not been to Buc-ee's.
yeah. Unfortunately, you're in the cycle of parenthood and working in Southern California.
Yeah.
So you
I
don't
pretty
get to
much
like,
don't go anywhere.
you don't
Yeah.
get to go anywhere. You get to go to work and
Yep.
home, and then
I
this.
serve, and then I go home and rest from my service.
And then you hang out
And then
in
I-
a dark room and you talk about Jesus.
I play with my band.
Yeah.
And I try to spread love music, love
Yeah.
songs.
So Buc-ee's, to change the subject just a little bit,
Woo.
is the best. It is the Disneyland of gas stations.
Oh!
Yeah,
I
and it's
see.
not the evil parts of Disney.
Well, Disney in itself
the-
is evil. The whole thing is
all-
evil. Let's
all
not
I got-
go off there.
Since the very beginning, they've been sneaking wieners into their animation. I mean, that's just the timid stuff.
Well, what it is that makes Disney evil is that they're always trying to promote wishing. You don't know this. I know a lot. I realize a lot of people don't realize this.
wishing for
Wishing is a
when
form.
you wish upon a star.
Keep going.
That's it. That's all I got.
I just want to make space for your debut.
Yeah.
So wishing is a form of my will be done. So it's anti God's will be done.
Huh. See, when I've learned to pray when I pray, not pray for anything that I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're teaching children to pray for what they want.
Yeah.
Which means they're teaching children to focus on their own wants.
So they could turn them into donkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Because
And
Pleasure Island, right?
so that they can consume them.
Yeah, because those donkeys. That was. I haven't seen the movie Pinocchio for 35 years or 30 something years. I still remember how much fun those little boys were having, and how they turned into donkeys. That was a really traumatic, like 3 minutes of a young person's life, and like they don't show it very often. Fucked up, turning the kids into donkeys just because they were having a good time smoking and playing pool and drinking beer.
They weren't having a good time. They were being disobedient. They were being really, really dumb. I mean, the premise of the story was good. It's to teach children to listen to your parents and don't be dumbasses. But the reality is that it stems from a truth that there are predators out in this world hunting children in order to not only consume them and sexually violate them, but now Epstein list is out and they're actually doing horrors to children that I don't even want to say because it's just destitute of you've heard and read about the things, right?
What?
Like, I don't want to say it.
Epstein? Who's this?
Yes,
He was a. It sounds like a Mossad agent.
Mossad, yes.
Yeah.
Mossad.
So the professional blackmail artist that basically had a little bit of dirt on every single person in government.
Yeah. Well,
Not every single person. Some people don't play ball.
yeah.
There's a very small minority.
And then they got killed. Those are the stars who were sacrificed.
Oh yeah. Well, if you don't play ball, and that's the thing. Now I'm probably never running for office. This is all hypothetical. I say to the camera, if I were to win office, and I get an offer to go to some blackmail island,
You're into blackmails?
blackmail island. Listen, you go to this island, you are now being blackmailed. I'd probably play ball. I would, because they would research what I like,
So you would choose your life, which equates.
No, I want to stay out of it all. But if we're just entirely in speculative hypotheticals,
That's the thing. If you don't do what they wanted,
then you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, but you have to give them some level of blackmail for if you ever rebel, if you don't play ball.
Right.
So you still have to go to your curated experience for blackmail, where you bang a big boobed redhead or whatever you like. Or whatever you say that, like whatever, they give you your fantasy and they film it. And then, then they dangle the carrot and the stick, you get your carrot and I'll take the carrot every time.
Right.
The stick, there's a carrot over there, man. I'm going to chase the carrot. And that is our entire Congress and Senate and local government, if they're anywhat important or influential, all of them. With a few exceptions that died in plane crashes and car crashes and,
well, not just Senate, it was also movie stars.
Oh, well, yeah, those are agents.
But going back into that conspiracy, you know that there's a huge part of the conspiracies where the movie stars are actually inverted as children. It's part of their Luciferian religious practices where they sacrifice their children to Moloch. They take their child and they change their gender and present them to the world as the opposite gender.
Now imagine going to the audition for the Mickey Mouse Club and, you're just a regular human being and you don't know any of this shit. And like your kid gets in and then you slowly find out all this shit. They might not even let you join because you're not deeply in tune in this. Because I'll be right off the bat, trying to get your kid into Hollywood is fucked up.
You're selling your children.
Yeah.
I mean, like my eldest daughter is 27, and when she was a baby, we took her. My sister had a child. We were pregnant at the same time, so hers was a month and a half older, and we took both of them because it seemed like something that was good. We wanted to brag about our babies. Look how cute they are. So
yeah, he's on TV now.
These little like auditions, and then it turned out that it wasn't actually an audition to try to get your child to be on magazines. They were just trying to sell you extremely expensive strollers. I forgot what they were called, but it was ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Stupid, yeah.
So it's like a timeshare trick.
It was so dumb, but then when I really looked back on it, I'm like, people who were really into that were really just trying to sell their children. Which is crazy because there's child labor laws, but they don't apply in that manner. And yet now we're finding out with Macaulay Culkin and all these other stars that they were being sexually violated. So in essence, what we're coming to find out is that the parents of these children were the traffickers.
Yeah, pimps.
Pimping their own children out.
But it's always been like this. Like Gary Coleman's parents famously took all of his money.
Yes, yes.
Almost every child star. There's like 4 or 5 of them that we could name that weren't violated horribly morally by their parents. Like
and we don't even know if that's true. They're just the ones who don't want to tell the truth. Possibly.
What was the one that lollipop, like the she became a senator or a congresswoman? God, I'm terrible at word recognition right now. She was a big thing.
The little girl.
The
curly hair.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just had.
I know.
Of her, she was in
She's in a lot of stuff. She was huge. And her parents were like actually
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple. Yeah, she has a
Yes.
drink named after her.
Yes.
One of the forms of immortality.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the forms of don't drink alcohol, but
Yeah.
pretend that you're drinking.
Pretend you're drinking and have this really a sugary beverage with more sugar added
Yes,
afterward,
Yay.
which is fine. Whatever. We can
Yummy
demonize
sugar.
Hey, look. Okay, we could demonize everything in the world, and go back to the Kellogg's cornflakes. Because
Conspiracy, you heard about that one.
yeah, cornflakes are originally an anti-masturbation tool.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was a devout Christian who
He
felt that
burning children with acid.
like Kellogg's.
Yes, he was burning their genitals with acid. You didn't know that?
Oh shit!
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
knew he was fucked up just because like the whole cornflake thing.
No, he was. And
The
the, whole
original
reason
Kellogg guy?
yes, the whole reason a child ended up being overtly sexual is because they were violated sexually by somebody when they were young.
Very often, yes.
Not very often, every single time. Sexuality is not normal for a child.
Oh, I'm sure there's some kids that just
No.
like had normal lives and then turned out to be perverts. No,
No. Sexuality has a normality level, which a child just doesn't cross that normality unless somebody takes them and violates them.
huh?
I mean,
So an
there's
uncle has to take you there.
interest.
Yeah, there's
You know,
interest.
like there's children who had a perfectly normal, which what do we even say normal, but not violated type of a childhood where they had their mom and dad and then they seen their mom and dad doing sexy time and they were like, what's that? Like that's different.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, pretending to hump and all these weird things. But that's different. We're talking about children who had such a problem with masturbation, which resulted from them being violated sexually as children. That he burnt their genitals with acid.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, I thought he was just an anti-masturbation guy.
No, he was actually quite evil.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah.
He would freak out nowadays with all of the internet porn and everything that's just like rampantly available.
Well, what's funny about things being so available today is that more people have the ability to turn to Christ than they ever have before in their lives because they have the ability to recognize where having turned to those worldly things has led them. So once you're tired of seeing and
See, that's
being in that,
That's a very valid point. But it's not as stimulating, you know?
aren't you a funny guy?
Yeah, it's a very valid point. You're right. You're not wrong in any way. That now that we all have the ability to access all of existent information, like at our fingertips.
Well, stimulating.
Yeah, it's much easier to just like whack off than learn about Jesus and how much he loves us and how he died for our sins.
I need help, Stephen. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm really gonna pray.
Well, it's the truth. You know, they're both equally easy almost. It's just one is stimulating in one way and the other one's stimulating in the other. Yeah.
Indeed.
Huh, is there a way to combine the two? You know, like have a...
You know what's crazy? Private prisons.
Oh, really?
Yes, because if you think about private prisons, you understand that an owner of a prison would have to promote evil in order to keep their prisons full. So they would invest in things like pornography and shows that are borderline pornography and anything that would throw people off.
Music that makes people more open to violence.
Yeah, you know, strippers pretending to be artists of the music sort.
Are you calling out any specific people? Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I mean they're
who like
Obvious.
is famous for like date raping dudes and stealing their wallets and shit.
That's
That's
That's Cardi B.
Oh, Cardi B, who I actually wrote a message to McDonald's a couple of years ago, within the last year, because I'm eating lunch at McDonald's because it was cheap, and I see that Cardi B has her own like special meal
What?
kind of thing, and
Well,
I'm
that would
like,
make sense.
um,
Evil begets evil.
I know, and I wrote to corporate, like, and I never received a response or anything, but I'm like, hey guys, Cardi B is not like a moral, like this is not somebody that I would like openly associate with.
Did they laugh at you?
Yeah, of course
Did
I
they
got.
write
I
back
got
and
like
be
the automatic.
LOL,
Thanks.
LOL.
Thanks. We appreciate your concern, but we don't care even enough to give you a coupon.
So sorry.
So sorry.
Call us back again.
Yeah. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, because it's like Cardi B should not be a place that has a play center and everything but the ball pit, because the ball pit no good.
What was
anymore.
crazy about it, though, is that Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, all these people who end up being in the industry representing obvious evil or worldly lifestyles are most likely the children who are sacrificed to Moloch. So they're most likely to be inverted and sexually abused from, infants. Marilyn Monroe, namely, was one that I did a lot of research and read some books on, and Marilyn Monroe definitely was inverted. And it's hard for people to hear that. They're like, Marilyn Monroe, how dare you say that? And it's because so many people look with lust upon this individual and don't realize that they called her or him a sex kitten because they were in fact sex slaves. They were her mom going to a mental institution should tell you that there was stuff going on in her childhood that even her mother couldn't handle, or his mother couldn't handle. And you can look at...
Wait, Marilyn Monroe was a he?
Yes. You ever seen his Adam's apple?
I mean, it was before my time, so I never paid much attention.
It was before my time too, but we like old stuff. Both of us do.
Yeah, but I've never been into the starlets. Like, so I'm the kind of guy
I like
that
movies.
Yeah, but if I were to go up to a lot of guys and go, "Oh yeah, that the James Bond movie, Die Another Day," or whatever, which one, whatever one,
Yeah,
a lot of guys will go, "Oh yeah, that had Halle Berry in it," or whatever the fuck.
The newer actors.
Yeah,
not the older actors.
or the older, but a lot of guys will remember that pretty girl that was in the movie and like, wow, yeah. Me, I'm like, no, I'll admit, on TV, all women, not gonna say they all look alike, but there's only like a handful that I think are like great actresses that got there from. So I know Sigourney Weaver. She was an alien. She's badass.
That's a man.
I've heard the rumor.
Sandra Bullock, man.
Really?
Yes.
Is that why she's so good? Is that why she's so talented and good? Such a good actor?
That's what a lot of people like to think. But
Oh, because men have always been the better actor.
But I'm not mad at them. Like that's what I'm saying. They were sacrificed as children. These are people.
Wait, Sandra Bullock is a man?
Who was that main actress from Transformers? So annoying.
Megan Fox.
Okay,
See,
she inverted all her children, which is probably not even her children. What they do is they have a person carry children.
Oh yeah,
for
the
them.
surrogate.
They have surrogates. Beyonce, all of them. It's really sad. Like, it's horrific for these poor children.
So
They aren't involved in a world that we're involved in. Their world is completely different from ours.
Oh yeah, no, they're
They might as well be on a different
they're the
planet.
pets of the elite.
Yeah.
They're at the beck and call. I play a game when I'm in the Philippines because I've been there about a total of 2 months now, and
Like, mentally? What do you mean?
no, like I went to the Philippines for a month and a half.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and 2 weeks, so about a total of 2 months, and I've learned to play this game that's very enjoyable and fun. So I'm usually with somebody, and lady boy or not,
I knew it. That's Thailand stuff.
all of Asia apparently. But I learned actually.
Sad.
I refined the game
Yeah.
while I worked in Laguna Beach. So you know how you spot a ladyboy?
Yeah, the bones don't lie.
No, they look too pretty.
Oh, true, true, true.
Yeah.
True, true.
So they've spent all of their energy to look like this Barbie doll-ish type creature.
True that.
And yes, they might have been able to shave the Adam's
Yep.
apple,
Yep.
or they've bashed their hands in enough to, I don't know. There's all these tricks. Their feet smalling, whatever.
Yeah.
But if they just look too, not even pretty, but uniform,
Right.
you know, like the perfect makeup.
Trying to be.
Yeah. Well, regular women, they look good, you know?
Regular women are motherfucking tired. And they got a messy bun and sweats on.
Yeah.
They're working, taking care of families,
There's
having actual
Yes.
children pushed out of their
so there's
bodies.
a healthy level of effort that, yes, they put the effort in,
Yeah.
but they don't spend their entire fucking lives, every minute of their day, trying to create a specific
appearance of
the
something.
appearance of
Right.
something. They just are.
Yeah.
They already are
We don't have
that.
to try so hard because we know we are.
Yes. And yes, of course, there's women out there that just naturally look very good, and you know, they have the flushing of the skin in certain areas, so they only need to touch up like one or two spots to, like, you know, tie it all together, kind of thing. And then you got your ladyboys who are master.
Master deceptionators.
Yes, it is a master deception.
Yeah.
To make sure that, you know, bone structure, because you can create like a bone structure just by shading certain areas.
Oh
and
my God, yes.
yeah, it's impressive what
It's scary.
what people can do with makeup.
I know.
So yes, ladyboy or not, it's a very fun game. And
Is it?
it is, especially because oftentimes you could start judging the older white guy that's hanging out with the ladyboy, and, like, you know, like, does he know? Is this what he's into? I'm not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like,
He's probably given up like you are ready to do, and just then, like, that's it. I give up. I'm gonna go to get me a woman from the Philippines.
yeah, but they're real. Like, I'll pick a real one. I'll pick a real loving, happy, fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's gonna love you.
and what I really like is when she's tired, she makes this like squeaky voice that I really, really like.
Do tell.
Yeah, well, it's like, you know, like sleepy, still asleep.
Give
And
us
then-
an example.
Yeah, you know, so like asleep, and you like nudge and like, hey, it's almost time to go. It's so cute. Like, I fell in love with that. It's adorable. Like, I want to protect this thing.
Well, that's what a man is supposed to feel for a woman.
Yeah. Like, I hear that
That's
voice.
a real man.
Yeah, I hear that voice, and I'm like, I will destroy anything that tries to interfere with that.
But sometimes it's annoying. Like, that's the whole thing with the Korean culture, is the chicks are always like, I'm fucking up.
Oh, no, they're not like that.
Fucking stop talking like that.
They're not like that. No. Not in the
So
Philippines.
I'm like, you better man the fuck up, sis.
Oh, no. It's only when she's quasi awake or asleep.
Oh, I see.
It's
You speak from experience, so.
yeah, it's very adorable. It's something
You're
that,
having memories as we speak.
oh yeah, no, it's something that like, of the things I missed,
Oh.
it was like, that's the one that pops in my head. And I'm like, I don't know why. I couldn't tell you, you know, because it could be annoying, but it's not something that's common.
Yeah.
It's something that,
In
like,
American
just
Women,
the
you
right-
mean?
no, but in this girl, or it's not common. The squeaky, pathetic voice of waking up.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think what you're admiring is a sense of submission.
Okay.
Because like if I were to think about American women who would do that, it would generally be a woman who feels like she's able to just be a little girl around a man, because that's what a man makes a woman feel like when he wants to protect her. He makes her feel like a little girl that's protected,
Cool. Yeah.
which is not perverted or weird or anything. Like, it's known that
Yeah. I
that's
don't.
kind of what
I
it
like
comes
that part of
down
my
to.
brain going. I will literally like. I'd kill for that.
You're like, I would shank a pool.
I'll do horrible things to protect this creature.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Right
It's
on.
part of our DNA.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
fight it.
not. It's
not gonna
not
argue it.
actually something that I think is a part of DNA, because there's so many people who are not like that.
Oh.
But I think that that is taken from them, so maybe it is a part of the DNA.
Or the knighthood culture.
What do you mean?
Knight in shining armor,
Oh,
where we're
okay.
supposed to protect
Yes.
the weak.
Yes.
Valor is the contempt of
Yeah.
pain and death.
Oh, I never heard of that. Valor is the
Contempt of
Contempt.
pain and death.
pain and
So
death.
we have to accept that pain and death are real, but we could still hate it.
Oh, like, I see. Like, so you're saying you would protect that woman from as much pain
And death.
as
as
you
possible.
possibly could.
Yes.
Got
Valor
it.
is
I got
valor
it.
is hating those things.
Got you.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if it's that person
Mhm.
or society as a whole.
Yeah.
I dislike the powers that be that create the suffering that's unavoidable.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it sucks that we're in this capitalistic rat race. And capitalism I still feel is the best system, but it's been usurped. We as human beings are not capable of true communism.
Well,
We have this evil creature that either is in us
Yeah.
or outside us that has enough influence that it turns into death camps and 2 million people starving outside of a granary because the person in charge won't release the grain.
well, I think in our society, what could possibly happen besides the possibility of growing communities designed like the Amish as our solution is that we need a form of government that has multiple facets of the structures, not just one government of capitalism, one government of communism. It should be that capitalism should have no place in healthcare or prison systems or anything to do with public service. You should never be able to make money off of people who are in need. Like, that should be ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's why I will never get into healthcare. But when people say, "Yeah, I'm about to get a job in healthcare," I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of money, man. Always money in that."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in
Well, not-
2019, for every dollar spent in the USA, 17 cents went to healthcare of some sort.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of changing though, because
It's probably gone up.
being that it's the apocalypse, which means that everybody's starting to learn the truth about everything right now, the biggest part of learning the truth is that people are learning that eggs are really good for you. Cholesterol is what your motherfucking brain is made out of.
It's
and you
95%
need it.
cholesterol. Yeah.
You need cholesterol. So the food pyramid was a motherfucking lie, which is not a surprise because
General Mills and their lobbyists, yes.
and then so the truth is coming out, so there will be more healthy eating people, there will be more people who are looking to holistic type medicines. So if you're going to try to be making money off of helping people, it's possible, but you have to have a heart for people and you have to recognize which direction the everything is going in. And right now, the direction for healthcare is holism and like herbalists and physical therapists and massage therapy, like all the things that have to do with actually helping your body, not just freaking poisoning it with chemicals called medicine.
Well, there was a point where I forget which one it was. It was either Vanderbilt. It was probably the Vanderbilts uh, that owned all the oil companies.
Hmm.
And in order for, you know, like they basically delegitimized all of the herbal stuff that for 10,000 years had been written down and proven for carcinogen based petroleum
Yeah.
medicine. And in order for one to make money, it needs to delegitimize all the other stuff. And if your doctor says, you know what, I could give you this pharmaceutical drug, from the big companies, but if you just take echinacea, that it'll fix it on itself.
Literally.
They will
Yeah.
lose their license.
Hmm.
They will lose everything. They will not be allowed to practice medicine the rest of their lives.
Yeah, and that should be against freaking everybody. Because it is against everybody. That means you're not allowed to tell the truth.
Yeah. You're a salesman.
And
You're
yet,
a sales rep for the companies.
yeah, and yet you're supposedly under oath of "I will not harm."
The Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah, it is Hippocratic.
No, I will do no harm to, the Hippocratic Oath is a promise to do no harm.
Which is very similar to what they did with hemp. Hemp was such a huge industry, but because they couldn't really make money off of it, they, demonized it and made it less
You could extract oil from the
good.
seeds, and the oil from the hemp seed is kind of like they could do some miraculous things with it,
Hmm.
and that's why we need to demonize it. And it was too similar to marijuana, which is a demon weed.
Which I think, if you are somebody who has recognized that you use it in a sense of trying to relieve yourself, just like alcohol, of you've made it some sort of a comfort or an idol, because that's really what it comes down to. Have you idolized this thing? Is it in your life? You need it all the time? Then that's when it's become an idol. I forgot what I was saying about that, but.
It's not, drugs is a higher power.
Well, yes, it's the idolization that's the problem with it. And when people can't face that you can idolize weed, you are going to end up thinking that it's faultless and you should just be able to smoke weed anytime, all the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
Listen to reggae
but-
everywhere you go.
but yet, it's not evil in itself, just like a knife isn't evil, it's how it's used. It can be used as medicine, as the holistic type of medicine that should be used in our society. But I think that that's the future. Because even though the Epstein and the politics and the downfall of this empire is happening right now, like if people could just hold on, like when it was so funny when COVID happened, I just kept hearing in my mind that song, "World, hold on. Instead of messing with the futures, open up your mind." Like I kept hearing that, and I would cry sometimes. Like I wanted to tell people, just hold on. It's going to be okay. Don't worry. It was like watching a wave hit everybody. And I was like one of the few people who knew it was coming. I remember when it happened, I prayed for Bill Gates because I was like, oh my God. He really did it.
Yeah.
He went through with it. He really went out here.
Oh, and it's in the Epstein.
Killed people.
And it's in the Epstein files that he was like planning this whole fucking thing.
It was really sad because people don't realize these people are real people too. He was probably inverted as a child. He is most likely actually born a female. Why does he have such a strange body shape? The bones don't lie.
Yeah, that and there's some awful things that we know that okay, he learned how to hack the system to schedule himself in high school into all the girls' class, like the majority girl classes, and he used that knowledge to help build computers, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about him like asking Epstein, "Hey, is there a way for me to like give my wife like STD drugs because
Oh yeah,
I picked something up from the Russian hooker, and
yeah.
I need to figure out a way to like, can I just put it in a muffin and feed it to my wife or
That seems kind of suspicious. I don't know. I don't know. That whole thing seems very suspicious to me as like a planted revelation. I mean, you have to, at the same time, when you're finding conspiracies, you have to weed through them and recognize that some of them are there to throw people off, to make you seem like a fucking nut. Like,
because you know what? Honestly, I would if I was trying to surreptitiously give my wife antibiotics.
why
Um,
would you email somebody?
yeah, I already got the solution in my head. You take the
And
pill.
if he's really that smart,
Yeah, you take the pill, you grind it up, you put it, dilute it, you get water, and then you bake muffins or something.
I just
Whatever
think,
your wife likes.
I don't know. And his wife is actually a man also, so.
But
And I heard they got divorced. What's going
yeah,
on?
yeah. Well,
Oh,
okay, like 8 out of the 10 top women in the world when it comes to wealth got it from divorce. So she's in like the top five. Uh, Not to say that women can't get rich on their own. Just saying that, it helps to divorce really, really, really rich men.
well, that's that whole world, though. Those are the people who are in the world and of it. Like, that's something I'm not really gonna be super aware of because I'm in the world and not of it. I'm trying to help people understand more about what is going on the other side of the conspiracies. Like, they're going to do their thing. They're going to they whatever they do, that's between them and God.
Hmm.
Like, that's how I see it.
Uh, I'm there until they start messing with us, the plebs.
Right, but the best thing for us to do in order to fight against that is to start with step one, which is get yourself right with the Lord. Stop living in sin. If you watch pornography at all, you are in that audience. So think about it like you're in a movie theater, right? The kind of movies that you're watching means that those people sitting next to you are motherfucking perverts too. And if they're all up into children and shit, and you think, oh, well, it's different because I'm watching different kind of porn. No, it's not different because those children became adults and that's when they are doing, that's all they think they're worth.
What if it's something I filmed myself? Is it porn if like I know I'm going to be away from my sweetie for a long time and I filmed it? Like I'm just curious about the semantics of this. Like is that porn?
What do you mean?
So like I'm with my lady and I know I'm going to be like blowing people up in Iraq for 6 months and I get my naked pictures of her and everything. Is that porn?
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
Good Lord.
Man, I was just trying to find out more. I'm curious.
Just gonna pray for you, Stephen.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. So no videotaping or cameras.
Any manner of filth, okay? Any manner of listening to or engaging with or watching is going to interrupt your ability to see, hear, and do motherfucking right. And if you can't see, hear, and do right, you're not going to be able to try to go against the Epstein people.
Oh, 'cause
You're with them. You are in the audience with them.
Because I've been on record in one of my past podcasts as a representative for all men that 3 times a day is too much. 2 is the tops.
I think that it depends on how you guys are together as a couple, but
Oh no, I'm not talking the actual act. I'm talking looking at porn. So you're saying 0?
so what I'm saying is, and let me say this slowly,
Okay.
so that you'll understand it.
All right.
If you do not recognize that porn stars became that way because they were violated as children,
Maybe
then,
not all.
yes, every single one.
Hmm.
Every single one. And the ones who say nay, nay are motherfucking lying.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they get a job.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you, Steven.
I'm not saying what they do is right.
It's not just about if what they do is right. It's about if you care about being against Epstein and all this stuff that's going on and you really want to be separate from it, you have to be in the world, not of it. That is the world. Epstein, all that evil, all of the politicians, the capitalism being used across the board when it's not evil in itself, just like a knife. It should be only used for specific things. You're not going to be able to see all of that correctly if you still engage in bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah. So there's like even people like the Attorney General, I think it was like, well, if we went after every single person that was in these files, our society would collapse entirely. Good.
Well, the societal structure
Yeah,
needs to collapse.
If the whole society structure is built using these people, then the whole thing needs to be scrapped and restarted.
Well, let's restart it in a like fucking smarter way. Let's not repeat the dumbass shit that it even came from. Let's not put together a government that's secretly a monarchy created by the British fucking monarchs. Let's not try to just keep doing the same thing in a different way because that's just insanity.
It'll never happen.
What will never happen?
A perfect government.
There's no such thing as perfection in government because people are not meant to be governed. People are meant to understand that God is the king and they have God inside of them. Therefore, they are supposed to understand that law is within them. He put the law inside of us. We are supposed to be sovereign. That's what sovereignty means. And that's what I was trying to tell you from the beginning. The biggest conspiracy is sovereignty. That people are starting to understand is common law. Common law means the king's law, the law of the land. And if you understand common law, you'll understand why we're being run by admiralty law, maritime law, and you'll understand that claiming to be a citizen is equivalent to saying, I'm your motherfucking property. People are out here like thinking that yelling I'm a citizen is going to protect them, when in reality all they're saying is, I'm your property.
Yeah. I've already got the chains on me.
I'm the one, but I'm your property. Don't hurt me. Hurt them. They're the ones who came over here and they're not supposed to be here. The border.
Yeah. It's a border for a reason.
Are you still a Trump fan?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why?
Because he's a jerk. And I like him.
Oh my God, you're such a lie. Tell the truth.
Oh.
You can always cut this part out.
He's a jerk.
You like him because he's a jerk.
He pisses off the right people.
You know he's most likely inverted too, right?
Maybe. Okay. He doesn't play by the entire establishment's rules.
No, he is
He's
the
a
one
member.
that's exposing that it has always been a secret monarchy. The
Yeah.
only thing that makes him different from all the other ones is that he's doing it in such an obvious way that it's no longer lying about it. He's just exposing that it's
Yeah.
always been that way.
He is a
That
necessary
doesn't
tool
make
to
him good.
I can like not good things.
Oh my God, Stephen.
Okay, if it wasn't him, no less people would be seeing it. He's there for a reason.
If it wasn't him, it would be another person.
Oh yeah, but
If it wasn't him, it would have
but
been Kamala Harris.
But they would be. Those people play ball. They just do what they're told. Trump is reckless,
A self-serving.
jackass. Oh my God, he is the head narcissist. He is so awful. But what it is the fact that
It stems from he's trying to be a Manhattanite, but he's not from Manhattan. So he's not part of their group,
Mhm.
but he wants to be, and they won't let him. And
Well, that's what the show is.
Yeah.
That's what the show is
so
about.
the whole show is him trying to be one of them,
Right.
but because they won't let him, he acts out, and everyone exposes everybody.
But yet we all know he is one of them.
He wants to be.
Well, he's pretending that he wants to be. But he's always been one of them, if not the worst of them. That's all it is. As him being who he is just simply exposes who they've all always been, because the structure of America in general was created by Freemasons. You understand who Freemasons are?
Stonecutters.
No. Freemasons are a cult, a group of people who worship Lucifer.
No. I thought they just cut rocks.
Yeah. They cut rocks.
Yeah. They really like rocks. I like rocks too.
Do you?
I do.
Tell us more.
Well, actually, I plan on one of the next interviews. I'm going to have my rock guy here.
Are you?
He's a geologist.
So you can learn and try to talk about Freemasonry, or?
Maybe. I'll ask him about the Freemasons, and he'll, tell me everything he knows in a random podcast. He'll expose the whole thing.
Hopefully he will. Hopefully that he'll expose everything I wasn't able to touch base on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Donald Trump, I feel he's a necessary evil.
I think he's the evil that was absolutely necessary for exposing how it always has been evil.
Yeah.
But you said you like him.
Yeah, he's like a rebellious kid. He grew on me. I didn't like him a long time ago.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's
Yeah.
okay to say I was deceived and I was in the cult for a little while, but now I got out. Are
Oh.
you still a Trumper?
I still want to sell hats.
Oh my God.
I still sell the hats.
That's different. That's being a businessman and recognizing a market when you see it. That's
Yeah.
different.
And it's all broken.
What's all broken?
Everything. The whole political system. He's just the more entertaining part. It's a show.
This is a guy who rapes children, and
I don't know about raping children.
yeah, he rapes children,
Mm.
brags about how sexy his daughter is, and talks about
Okay.
grabbing them in the poontang.
All right. If my daughter was super sexy,
Oh my God.
I definitely would not phrase it like that. Yeah. The way he phrased that was yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't join their team, Stephen.
I'm not on
Come
anybody's.
over to the Jesus side.
I'm not
We
on
have
anybody's team.
cookies.
Cookies? Oh shit. More than I got from everybody else. Are they do they have real butter?
They're ricotta cheese cookies. Have you had those? I should have brought you some. I made some the other day.
Yeah. Next
I
time you're
think
here,
of it.
you need to bring
I'll bring you
cookies.
some cookies, yeah.
Yeah, I need cookies. I could be converted to any religion for cookies.
Well, Jesus isn't a religion, and if you understood and studied, like I try to tell you, you should.
Oh,
you
yeah,
would
yeah.
understand he hated religion.
Well, okay, I could be converted to any belief system with cookies.
Okay.
It's
Simple-minded.
pretty simple, yeah. I'll give anybody a fair shot. That's why I never walked into the Scientology building. Is they just hand me a piece of paper and
You
it's
should
like,
do it. You should wear a secret speaker thingy and
Yeah.
go and just go undercover.
The one
to
in
see what
LA?
they say.
I mean, they got like prime real estate, up in LA.
Broski, you should go and then have it like live.
Take the Thetan test and
Put it on live. Have you seen the documentaries about that one actress chick who got out of Scientology and what she said they were doing in there? She
No.
was in, not King of the Hill, she was in some movie where she was married to this guy who was very hefty. Not movie, it was a show. And
King of Queens.
King of Queens,
Yeah.
that chick.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't remember her name, but she exposed them. And some of the shiz that she said was going on in there was the most disturbing, I mean, not the most now that we've seen everything going on
Oh,
with
yeah,
Epstein list, but at that time it was quite disturbing. I mean, she said that they had guys licking the entire bathroom floor, toilet, weird stuff, like
Like
weird
frat stuff, kind of like.
stuff that was, oh, you want to be in the club, yeah.
Huh.
You should see her documentary.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do I get to be a really well paid actor if I join Scientology?
Well, they take your money, so.
Well, yeah.
They would
Heck,
love to
I'll-
take your money.
I mean, if they get 20% of 50 million that I would not have had, okay.
I mean, all 501(c)(3)s are in themselves about money. Even Christian churches. Let's not get it twisted. I've
Yeah,
been
you gotta pay
to
the bills.
Christian churches. You don't have bills if you're actually doing church as you being the church, and you go somewhere to talk to people about
Yeah,
God.
But you got
Simple.
property tax. You got if you have teachers, you got to pay the taxes on them, and there's bills. That's the lights and heck, air conditioning.
Yeah, but
Fucking
with those
the
501(c)(3)s is where they're promoting that the return of Jesus Christ is a carnal thing. And that's where most people are backwards right now and confused, and they're, instead of acting on the fact that they're finding out these things, they're like, he's coming back. He's coming back to save us. And it's like, no. He already is here. Okay, you are the second flesh. You're the one that's supposed to stand up and say something. Sure, he's not going to lead you to do evil crap like trying to burn everything down or putting people's lives in danger, but he sure will have you flip some tables and pull out that whip.
So somehow you reminded me of a pretty funny joke that I heard just recently. Some aliens are here, and they're talking about, it's like, on Christmas Day, they're like, oh boy, you celebrate Jesus too? And we do too on our alien planet. And, we're like, oh, cool, that's so great. And then the alien goes on, and he's like, yeah, he visits us every year. He really liked the chocolates that we gave him. And the human is like, wait, he visits you every year? Like, yeah, what'd you guys give him? So the alien's like, what did you guys give to Jesus when he visited you?
Uh-huh.
And, we killed him. So that's why he doesn't visit us.
I thought you were going to say like cookies and milk.
Yeah, so
Like
the aliens gave him
plus.
chocolate. The aliens gave Jesus chocolate, so he visits them every year, while we killed him, so he doesn't visit us on a regular basis anymore. It's a bad joke. It's better in a comic, but
I don't know. I don't see anything funny about it, but the
Hey.
fact that you tried.
yeah, well, I find humor in the fact that it's so morbid on, human nature made it so that we hear that, oh, this is the Son of God. He can forgive your sins. He just wants you to like not fuck with everybody else, like
Stop hurting yourself.
stop hurting yourself,
hurting others.
stop hurting others. He's made it as simple as he possibly can with just 10 rules, not even 10 rules. Like, do unto others as you wish to do unto
Well,
yourself.
he summed it all into one.
Yeah,
simple
into
rule.
one, the golden rule,
Yeah, which is.
and do unto others as
No.
you would do unto yourself, or something like
You see, this is why it's important to study the
that.
Bible. It's
You're right. You're
love
right. You're-
one another.
That's it.
Yeah. Yep. He took all 10 of those and summed them into one, and it turned out to be love one another. Yeah, I know. Super complicated.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. I might as well just kill the guy and say that we speak on his
the people in
behalf.
power were obviously like recognizing that he was taking away the fear. That was what they were able to control everybody through that fear.
What a threat! This guy's telling everyone to love one
They were
another.
like, oh my God, he's gonna make everybody love one another, and then they're not going to need us anymore. You know what that's called?
A utopia?
No, if He makes everybody love one another and they won't need them. What is their need to be needed called?
Oh, it's communism. I don't know.
It's codependency.
Oh, so I'm codependent on government?
Dun dun.
Oh, fuck.
Dun dun dun. The ultimate truths right here.
Oh.
Ultimate truths.
No, I don't like them. They're jerks.
Well, that's how you know it's an abusive relationship. If you know that it's wrong and you shouldn't be involved in it, but you stay because you think you need them, that is codependency. And they stay abusing you because they absolutely need to keep abusing you because they enjoy abusing people. That's codependency.
Okay. I think my biggest revelation of today is I'm codependent on the government.
Everybody.
And so are you. That sucks.
Well, there's hope. Like I said, there's solutions. We can form into communities like the Amish and then possibly get bigger communities which will be able to choose the kind of systems that should be involved with certain things, because capitalism is not evil, it's how it's used, just like a knife.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I have a fucked up brain. So now that I've realized I'm codependent on government, I might as well just go on welfare and take advantage of them. Like, just take the money.
Well, if you're willing to live a life of lies and deception, that's what you will be doing.
Yes. I am disabled and unable to make my own money now. So, can I have some free money?
Some freak money?
Free money. Free money. I'll sell drugs on the side just to, have some spending cash.
Gracious.
Yeah. I admitted to nothing. That was all conjecture.
Just like this is not legal advice.
Yeah. This isn't legal advice.
This is all
yes, you're
for entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes. We're just some people on YouTube and Instagram. Yes. Follow us at Streamers Podcast Studio
Gangster Massage
and Gangster Massage. We should have plugged that earlier. We're like 2 hours in.
That's the point of splitting and splicing.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna post the long form of this.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. And then splice.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're what?
Huh?
I'm with it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm still learning all this.
Down to clown.
Yeah, I'm still learning all this shit. I have no idea how to be successful at this. I learned a long time ago in business, just from observing the most successful people, and from my own limited success. Just start.
Yeah.
Just get started.
Yeah.
Go in completely unprepared, not ready. Successful people, like in the music industry, they all have stories of oh yeah, I took my beater of a car, my Kia, or whatever crappy car I had that only had 3 tires. I took it to Santa Monica Pier with a busted string on my guitar, and I took my amp, which had been blown out and only had 15 minutes battery, and I started playing. And from that moment, I grew, So I got started when I had a bad car, bad amp, bad instrument, but I started.
Yeah.
Most people, unfortunately, they'll have this idea and they wait for the stars in the sky to line up just right, and the moon and the sun.
They wait for things to be handed to them.
Yeah, they wait for the universe to tell them to go. Yeah. And no, you just have to go and start. And then after you've already started, that's when the sun and the moon will one day flip just the right amount, and then it'll work out in your favor. But you have to start it. I believe in luck.
You do?
Are
you
yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
You can't believe in luck and God at the same time, right?
Okay, there is an invisible hand of fate. There's an invisible hand that sometimes favors us and sometimes does not favor us.
Okay, let me give you an example. Luck means rando.
Oh, no, it's not random.
God means specific. I'm with you. I'm watching. Everything's gonna be okay no matter what.
Oh, luck isn't random, not in my mind.
That's what luck means.
Oh, whatever.
It means you just have.
It's a simple. It's the simplification of the term. Then, so I believe that there is an invisible hand of fate that sometimes determines that things will go our way, and sometimes determines that it will not, and it can change.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely God. It's just one of God's things that He does. You know, he rolls dice for us too, and I prefer to. Bad luck is better than no luck, if we're using my version of the definition of the word luck, because if there is no luck, if there is nothing that kind of quietly helps or assists or hurts, then it's just all predetermined, and that sucks.
Well, okay, check this out. So, luck is for those who don't know who blesses them. You either are blessed or you have luck. And luck are basically atheists. People who say, I'm blessed, are the people who are like, God made this happen for me. And if something is wrong, most likely I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I did something wrong.
Yeah, but when bad things happen, you get to go. Then you get to just start blaming God. I don't like that.
No, you're not.
I don't like the blaming God thing.
The best thing I think to
Give
do
credit to him, but
is to blame yourself if something goes wrong, because if you're being honest with yourself, most of the time, for me, and this is what I've experienced in life, every time something has gone wrong, I can recall and go back in my mind to the point where I felt God tell me not to do it or to do something else, and I just didn't listen.
what about when a bird poops on you? Just completely random things.
I think that's God's hilariousness.
Yeah.
God has a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's. Some people say that's good luck.
I do.
Yeah.
Like I said, luck is for those who don't know who got blessed. So maybe it's a blessing. Maybe the bird poop is a form of a blessing.
Yeah. It's actually also a cosmetic aid.
Oh, wonderful! So next time
rub
it
it on your
falls, it's
Yeah,
just
it's rub it on your skin.
put it on under my eyes.
Yeah, it's made out. It's got a lot of phosphorus in it. Yeah, just old trends.
Oh my gosh!
All right. So, any final messages for the day?
Yes, we should show my shoes.
Oh yes, they are nice
Show
shoes.
my shoes.
Yes. And who provided those shoes for you today? Who are you wearing?
Oh God, I don't even want to say. I don't like famous names and stuff, even though they are technically a famous name.
Ooh, moving up on the world, huh?
They're an expensive item that is very rare for me to buy, yes.
Okay.
But I'm not proud of that. I'm actually one of those people who's like ashamed of it. No.
And then when I give you a chance to like any final words for the day,
Yes.
first thing you did was
Well, they're cute.
talk about my shoes.
Look at my
Yes,
shoes.
and I complimented
They're
them the
cute
moment I saw them.
shoes.
They're nice shoes.
And I hardly ever get to wear cute
Okay.
outfit and shoes because I'm always in my work clothes, which is like,
Well, I'm
Yoga
honored
pants.
that you chose to come here in nice clothes.
yes.
I did not know how well you dressed, so I had one of my nicer
I always
t-shirts.
dress nice when I used to come out.
Yeah, you always did.
If I was going out, I would dress nice, yes. But
Yeah. And
I don't go out anymore.
I wore a t-shirt.
I just stay home.
Yeah. I did comb my hair,
Oh, it looks very nice.
very combed.
It,
Yes.
it looks quite,
Is it-
yeah. I like the style as well, except for the little, Superman thing going on.
Oh, well, sometimes the glue doesn't stick.
I've been wanting to push it back like all this time, but
Oh, well,
I just didn't feel
it fell.
was appropriate.
it fell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us.
I hope
Uh,
people got reached today.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Well, I have 7 followers on the channel. I'm going to be putting it on.
We are about to go viral.
Oh my,
Okay.
yes. Yes. And, well, there's plenty of clips to harvest from this. I am learning YouTube as we speak. And this is more of a proof of concept episode.
Flooded with clips.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. Well, Streamers Podcast Studio is in the heart of Westminster, California on Beach Boulevard. I offer very inexpensive quality packages. And I also, most importantly, I'm glad to show people the editing. I am not like other podcast studios where I will just hand you a raw video. I will sit down on my computer right in front of you and show you how to edit. I believe firmly in the idea of teaching men to fish, not just giving fish or just collecting fish and sending people on their way. I feel that my validation is if I film someone's show and they become successful, I am successful through that. So that's the whole point. Thank you, Caroline, for being here.
You're welcome.
Follow her on Instagram at Gangster Massage. Is it gangster or gangsta?
Oh, no. It's gangster because I'm a proper gangster.
Okay, proper gangster massage. I'm sure. And did you make that choice because gangsta was already taken, or did you choose that?
I'm a proper gangster.
Okay, gangster massage. And me, I am Stephen Bartender at Large, even though I've finished with bartending. And yeah, I don't work at Callie's no more.
No, I was wondering if you had to work tonight.
No, I quit.
Why? When?
I quit in November. Yeah, I left. The boss has no vision.
So what are you doing now?
School and this.
How do you make money?
There's
The
these
government?
there's these corners in Stanton, and I gyrate my body.
You're whoring?
Yeah,
whoring?
I gyrate my body in Stanton Boulevard. I'm there every night from 11 to 3 in the morning.
Yes, queen.
Yeah.
Can
Hi.
you guess he's a ladyboy?
Yeah. No, I saved, I squirreled and saved. I don't live a luxurious lifestyle. I live rather Spartanly.
That's true. You are very minimalist.
Yeah.
Style.
And I still have too much stuff. I quit the job and then I went to the Philippines for a month and a half.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. Oh man.
I didn't even know that's crazy.
Yeah. And then I got back here. School started literally the day after I got off the plane, and just been going to school and doing this. And I spend most of my weekends. I spend like 48 hours here from Friday to Sunday, doing random different things.
I'm happy for you, 'cause big changes means big changes.
Oh yeah, we just need money to start rolling in And what's messed up is the amount of money I saved up could last me 2 years easy.
If you were still working.
No, if I lived in
Philippines.
3-4 years there, no problem.
Yeah.
I could live in Texas for 2 years straight, keep my car, eat steak 3 days a week, and just still do everything I'm doing, like have open up a business and all that other stuff.
Is Caroline and Gangster Massage in Texas?
No.
Narcly are.
Okay,
and
so
she will never be. So
in
that's
order
how you gotta understand
in order to keep my expenses,
that God has blessed you with California and Southern California living, because that's where Caroline is.
okay, all right.
And Caroline is about to help you to go viral so that
Okay.
you can get the money rolling in.
Yes. So if I lived in Texas without Caroline,
Yeah.
I could afford to live there pretty well.
Yeah.
For like 2 years straight
And be bored
without having to work.
without Caroline.
Or in California, I've got 6 months.
Well,
Not even.
you gotta
6
start.
months with having to buy meat with stickers on it.
Well, you got to hustle. You got to find your hustle. That's the good thing about California, is that you get to sit in the sun and enjoy the sunset, thinking about ways to motherfucking hustle like a gangster.
Oh yeah. And if you don't hustle, then you starve and society shuns you and treats you like a piece of shit.
I'm still going strong with my spa paradise, with teaching people massage. And I'm not going to give up on it, because in my understanding why this business that I have is there is to help people. Therefore, my business will never stop. I will never stop pursuing it. Not because, it doesn't come out, it's not being successful quick enough, because there will always be people in need. and my life purpose will always be to serve people.
Well, and I don't need immediate success. It's just if I lived anywhere else, I wouldn't be drained as quick.
Yeah, but
And if I were to become very successful at this here, if I were to stop, the drain plug at the bottom would still. I use this metaphor a lot. I've got a friend who's always hustling. He's always driving Uber. He's always doing this and that.
Yeah.
He's got a daughter and a wife, and he lives in a house in Long Beach. He gets a sweetheart deal on his rent and everything, but he's always his jar is the hole at the bottom is way bigger than mine, and it just drains so quick that he's constantly
It has
refilling
to,
it.
right.
He's constantly, every single day, he's trying to fill his jar. Me, living no kid, no wife, no property, living in a shoebox, cheap car, my hole is way smaller.
Yeah.
So it was easier for me to fill the jar. So I don't need to be constantly panicking to fill the jar and everything.
Right.
But
sometimes that panic helps you to push. Like when I lived in hotels for a year,
oh god,
that's where I got the idea for the massage school. That's where it was here's what happens.
that was your burn the ships moment.
When people want to tear you down, they don't realize sometimes that you just might be a thug and you won't let them tear you down. Not only will you not let them tear you down, you're going to find a way to come out on the top and then keep ascending, keep going. And that's where I think it's good.
So
Here in California.
you've heard of the burning of the ships, right? When Cortez arrived
Yes.
and his men were all losing faith in the mission.
Yeah.
It's time to set the ships on fire so that they had no choice but to fulfill the mission. I don't want to burn my ships.
No, what I'm saying is being that you're in a space right now where it is so difficult, you can use that as your fuel to burn your fire, to do
I know,
more.
but my unfortunate experience personally and from watching everybody else is you get to the point where you got negative $60 in your bank account when you finally hit it and you're hungry. I don't want to get there. I'm tired of failing upward.
Well,
Where I'm because it keeps happening.
mhm.
Where 10 grand debt, just like everything's fucked, and then all of a sudden one good thing happens, and all of a sudden the jar is full again,
Mhm.
and I'm tired of the jar getting so close to the bottom. I hate it. It's stressful. I want the jar to just like get it. I want a second jar.
Mhm.
Tired of it.
Mhm.
Especially with nobody, like, and I know here's the fucked up thing is the way, at least the way it feels as a man, is nobody's interested in someone with this much of the jar left. They'll wait for you to have your second jar, third jar.
Mhm.
That's when everyone's like, oh yeah, you're cool. They want me to already have the house and the 2 cars and the company. That's when I'm viable. And whatever happened to the greatest generation, they all got married when they were fucking losers, and then they built their own like family wealth up.
Well, what did they have back then? That's
Nothing.
So, no.
They had nothing.
No.
They
But
had
what-
Depression era fucking hunger.
Listen, Linda. What did they have more of in society back then that we are lacking today?
Oh. Faith in Jesus.
Faith in God.
Oh, all your answers are that.
It really is, because we're at a point where people don't even understand love and the difference between marriage and legal matrimony. And you have to understand that if you cannot fully surrender to God, how can you expect that God can fully bring you somebody to be on your journey with you if you won't even fully be able to see and fully listen and fully act
Okay.
right?
Can if I were to get married would it still be in the bounds of like the whole Jesus and God thing if an Elvis impersonator is running over, presiding over the ceremony?
Listen,
It could be in Vegas. I mean, it'd probably have to be in Vegas.
listen
But like, you know,
carefully. I'm gonna speak slow once again
because if I could
to
get married by
hopefully
Elvis, I'll
help
do a lot.
you to understand something. God is marriage.
Okay.
So if you don't have full capacity to look at God clearly, you're not going to see who he presents to you.
So Elvis can preside over the wedding.
You're not hearing me.
Damn.
There will be no wedding for you if you cannot see who God wants for you. And as a matter of fact, you might just end up going to Elvis to try to do a legal matrimony and marrying somebody you chose, which will end up, they probably will try to take all your money or have a child with you and then use that child to harm you for the rest of your life. And this is why it's important to take that seriously. This is why it's important to be celibate until God sends you to your
Well, that's why I haven't
holy
gotten married yet.
matrimony. You know what the difference between holy matrimony and legal matrimony is? God. Holy matrimony is when God locks you to somebody. And that's what you really want. You want God to lock a woman to you that sees you as amazing and she's going to love you even if you're poor. That's what you're saying. But what you're settling for is trying to end up in the Philippines looking for a woman who will settle for you because she has so little she'll take you. And that's legal matrimony because that's what you settled for. You chose that.
No, they have faith over there too. They love
I
Jesus.
feel like you don't hear me.
I do. Just don't say anything mean about my Filipino
Oh my
lady.
God. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There's somebody specific in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Philippines
yeah.
lady. I'm not saying,
she's
I'm
pretty
not
great.
discounting that it might be love for you, but what I am saying is that if it's God who joined you together, then it won't be based on the flesh. It won't be based on appearance. It won't be based on anything other than that God brought you together, and you have to truly believe that.
It was a unique circumstance. Yeah. Huh. Hi.
What's her name?
Can't say.
Why? You think she's watching you?
Yeah, they're
She's
always watching.
She's one of the people who watches you?
Oh, yeah. She's always watching.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting.
Oh, yeah. She is exciting. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.